Hey, Greg Silva here. Welcome back to Black Belt Excellence. This is the month we're talking about self-control, and we divided self-control into physical self-control, emotional self-control, and impulse self-control. So we're going to talk about impulse self-control. Impulse self-control would be like a kid's at school and he's waiting in line. He goes, hey, I don't want to wait in line, and it just takes off to the front of the line. All of a sudden, something's happening in his classroom, and he just has an impulse to make a paper airplane and shoot across the room or throw a spitball. It's just something he does on impulse. The thing is, in the martial arts school, you have set up boundaries and you have set up consequences. So if someone's, I don't even know what this would be in your school, someone comes in late, what they have to do is stand by the edge of the mat, put their hands out until you notice them, and then you invite them on the mat. And they know that that's what they have to do in order to step on the mat. So if I'm late, it's okay. I'm not going to get killed if I'm late, but there are consequences. I just can't jump into class, disturb the rest of the class. I have to stand there by the mat, put my hand out, and then get called on the mat. You may have other things that when you're sparring, if you have too much contact, what's the repercussions? What's the consequence of that? If someone doesn't attend 8 classes a week, there's consequences, or 8 classes a month, there's a consequence that they can't take their stripe test. So they know, hey, I got to go to class because if I miss classes, I can't be awarded in my stripe test. So the same thing has to do with the kid. If the kid's at school, you have to say, hey guys, there's consequences in school. I don't know what they are, but I can imagine that if all of a sudden you just jumped and pushed everyone in line to the side and got to the head of the line, there's going to be some consequences for you doing that. And you're probably not going to stay at the head of the line. If you're doing something in class and all of a sudden you have an impulse to look at the person next to you's answers, there's going to be consequence to that. So when you can, all of a sudden you feel like you should do something and you know it's probably not the right thing to do, take a second, think of the consequence. Is the consequence worth doing the action? That's how we practice impulse self-control. Everyone has impulses like that. You just want to do something, get away with something. Okay, that's a feeling, that's an impulse, but you want to kind of draw the line. What's going to happen? What's the consequence if I do this? And this is how you practice impulse self-control. Hopefully, you're going to make the right decision and your impulse is not going to get you in trouble. Everyone got the idea? Yes, sir. Okay, that's your talk before class, impulse self-control. Now, how you use it in class, I don't know. You may just say, hey, if you're sparring and if someone touches you, do you ever get the impulse of, I just want to hit him back right away? Okay, maybe that's your impulse, but what are you thinking? Hey, if I just attack him and hit him hard, I may hurt him, and what would be the consequence of that? So you have an impulse that goes into your mind. Don't just do it. You're a martial artist. You're a black belt in training. You know to control your impulse, you must think of the consequences. So that's how you would tie this into class.